Welcome to another Airbrush Asylum video. I was fortunate enough to do some demonstrating for Anest Iwata Australia at the Summernats car show on their trade stand, and they were unveiling the Vault, the HP.th2. So this runs a 0.6mm needle. It's the in-between for a airbrush to a mini spray gun, so something in between, say, a Revolution and the LPH80. Nathan was nice enough to do an unboxing at the show, so let's go take a look at that right now.
Alright guys, we've got the Vault. We're going to do an unboxing. This was launched at SEMA by Iwata. It's the limited edition new series, the Vault. They're bringing back some of their favourite airbrushes, so let's have a look what's inside. So you get the usual instruction manual, a nice cool sticker, toolbox sticker, Iwata branded cleaning cloth, microfiber. Then we get into the good stuff. So this trigger airbrush comes with a Mac valve. You've got a fan air cap on there at the moment. As I said, trigger mechanism. Also comes with a round air cap as well, that are interchangeable. You've got your Iwata Super Lube, your spanner, as I said, your extra air cap sitting right there. All comes in one box. 150mm pot that goes on top. So this is great for backgrounds, laying in colour, texturing, anything like that. You know, if you've got to pump some colour down on your helmet or canvas or anything like that, this is the new baby to use.
Okay, so I'm just going to test the hp.th Iwata Eclipse. This is a 0.35mm needle, and I'm going to put that up against the HP.th2, the Iwata Vault. This is running at about 30 psi, and I'm just going to do some fine lines, shade underneath. I'm using Trident water-based airbrush colours, and I've got reducer mixed into the black. Some fine dots. Okay, so now using the Eclipse, I'm going to coat the entire page with black and just see how long that takes me with the airbrush. So a couple of coats, light coats to build it up, so that I don't saturate the paper too much. Keeping the air on all the time, paint on, paint off, and trying to get those 50-50 overlaps. You can see my triggers working quite heavily. I'm assuming that this is going to be a lot easier with the HP.th because it's got a trigger, and essentially it's the gun that will be in between an airbrush and a spray gun, a mini spray gun that is. So let's just top up the Eclipse with some more paint. Okay, so just topped up the airbrush with some more paint. I'm just going to keep coating until I'm happy that I've got a decent coverage. But you can see I have to do numerous passes, obviously, and it is the spray pattern isn't that wide, and obviously this is an airbrush, it's not a mini spray gun, so it'll be interesting to see how the TH does some of the airbrush exercises first. I'm sure that when it comes to covering, it's going to definitely beat the Eclipse. And give it one last coat. That's pretty good. I'm happy with that coverage. Excuse the paper buckling, but this is only for the purpose of a demonstration to see how quick we can get coverage with the TH. Okay, so now the HP.TH, I've currently got the round air cap on this one. So we're just going to do some of the airbrush type exercises with that. And then I'm going to switch over to the fan cap. So you get both with this trigger airbrush / mini spray gun. I'm still running at about 30 psi. It did say to set it at around 20 to about 25 psi. But I found that using this particular paint, it just seemed to perform a bit better at the 30 psi, and then it gives us more of an accurate understanding of how it goes up against the Eclipse. So obviously a lot easier to do heavier coating as well, especially with this round spray pattern. So great for your touch-ups, which ideally what it's meant for, to give you that step up from an airbrush, but not as big as a mini spray gun. So you can see I'm getting a lot more coverage, and it's a lot wetter too, because I'm able to smash on a lot more of that paint. So let's go switch to the fan air cap and have a look at that. Okay, so now I've switched over to the fan air cap, and obviously you can adjust that as well if you want to go vertical or horizontal. I'll just set it to vertical at the moment, and we'll just see how much coverage we get. So that's really good, nice and easy to cover. See if we can go fine at all. So it definitely gives us a little bit more control than a, say, LPH 80 would. And we're still getting decent amount of coverage. So let's spin that around now, and so I can go a bit sharper obviously by changing the fan pattern if you wanted to do some lineage with it. So you can see if it's set up like so, it makes those lines a bit easier, and then obviously for up and down you could coat that way. So really nice and comfy, great to use. The thing I do like is I've just got it hooked up to a quick connect, so I could just have that sitting with all my other airbrushes and grab this when I need to blow in a larger area, you know, background of a canvas, or hit a motorbike tank or helmet, something like that. So nice and handy without having to go and grab your larger spray gun. And due to the 150mm pot, it allows for enough product so that you don't run out. And then the other little neat feature, which we're probably better off switching back to the round air cap for that. So the other handy thing is the little Mac valve on the front, which will obviously adjust your pressure. So you wind it in if you want to drop the pressure right down. You can see it's starting to spit and stipple a little bit. Then I'll wind it back out, and it's going to give us more volume. So again, that's just a handy little thing to have if you just want to come in and lightly dust an area, you know, then you can also use that. Even if you want to create some textures and get that sort of stippling effect, you could wind it right in, and it's going to provide that grain for you. See if I can, because generally with an airbrush, when you've got the Mac valve, it allows for you to do some finer detail, but just got to. No, it's spitting a bit. I'd have to, I think to get it even a consistent fine line at that sort of pressure, I'd have to over thin the paint even more. It's still a great little unit, especially if you've got airbrushes and you want something that's going to coat a lot quicker. Well, this is definitely the one to go for.